Joe Dalton, I teach special education at Gretna High School, also the head football coach. So Coach Feeken, I was 24 when I came into Gretna Public Schools. It's my 5th year here in the district, and I was lucky enough to be on Coach Feeken's middle school teaching team. So I got a lot of sit-downs with Coach Feeken every day, a lot of really good, pointed, really on-the-job learning from him in terms of professionalism and how to go about your business and coaching in life and things like that. I talk to people and kids about how he's just a major professional leader in my life. He's really helped me through some difficult coaching things and educational things, but always a great guy to kind of bounce ideas off of.
I'm Ty Doohan. As far as just Feek's impact, you know, we always talk a lot about, he talks about toughness, and the one thing I always thought was very cool was his ability to have a contagious impact on all of us. And I say that meaning a lot of us that played for him went on to do things in certain avenues. For example, I went into coaching just because of him. And I'm very blessed to still be able to talk to him this day about basketball, about life, about family, and everything in between. And his impact is one of those, and I say contagious because it affects you immediately and it continues to affect you long term, and it will spread to others, just his positivity that he's had on people. And that's something that not a lot of people have.
My name is Trey Brown. The impact Brad Feeken had on me was tremendous. I would not be the person I am today if I didn't meet him. When I moved to Gretna, he was the first person I met, and he has a huge impact on my life ever since that day.
My name's Nick Schramm. Well, without him, I'm not teaching, I'm not coaching. He's the one who he introduced me to 7th grade reading class. It's all the passion that he had just for teaching, and let alone coaching. And I'll never forget everything he's done for me, from, you know, teaching me how to swaddle. Everyone's heard that story. He's taught me how to do fantasy football really well. I mean, and just how to be a good father and a good husband. I mean, I'm very lucky to have him in my life. He's a father figure, and I just cannot express my gratitude towards him.
I'm Alex Wilcoxon. Coach Feeken's always been there in my life. You know, I've known him since I was young. His mom was my neighbor since I was a kid in my old house, so like I've always known Coach Feeken, and I started practicing with him in 8th grade, going into my 8th grade year. So he's always pushed me to be a tough player, you know, being hard on me every single day so I can go achieve my goal of playing college basketball.
Amanda Pekorski. Coaches had much more than just a basketball impact on my life. The dad, the husband, the coach, the leader, the teacher he is, definitely is the kind of man and person I want to be 10 years from now for sure.
Fondest memory of Coach Feeken, for me personally, it was when I had my first disagreement with him. To kind of go to him as I was 24 at the time, go to him as a 24-year-old kid, first year teaching, and I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty intimidated. And him and I kind of, you know, we could respectfully disagree and confront each other, and that went well. And then the next day he came back and he said, hey, you know, hey, I was wrong. And luckily he said, you know, Jenny, my wife, told me I was wrong. So that's kind of how he played it. But he said he was wrong, and we kind of moved on and moved past it. But that's what I really respect about him, is kind of how he handles the confrontation and stuff like that. That's something I'll never forget.
You know, the most memorable is obviously when you mess up and he starts to yell at you. Those are ones that stick with you, but the most memorable was actually after I was done playing for him. It was not too long ago. He called me on a Saturday morning at like 7:30 in the morning. And he's not the type of person you want to get a call from 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday, because he's going to go on for a while, and he did. He asked, the first question was, what's your thought process? What's your opinion on European offensive ball screen continuity? And we talked for about an hour about that, and then another hour about life, movies, how we grill when we grill in the summer. But those are my favorite memories, and there's a lot of them. Just being able to just talk to him about basketball and everything else in between. And that's something that means a lot, that he's been able to have those continuing and lasting conversations with a lot of us over the years.
My fondest memory of Feek is at Valentino's, we got $2 bills. His dad used to give out $2 bills before state. We didn't get them that year. We go to Valentino's after year one at state, and we get handed $2 bills. We knew we were winning it then.
I was having a tough practice. I turned the ball over a couple times, and he kicked through the JV team. That JV team that year, super funny, giggly, didn't really take basketball very serious. So they were stoked to have me on their team. So I crack a smile on their team, and he just kicks me out the gym, tells me to take my jersey off. You know, I'm not good enough, I'm not tough enough. And then I hop back in the drill, and the rest is history. I don't know. I look back at that because that was a turning moment for me and my body language. That's something that he's always worked on.
Best memories probably just after like a big win or something. How excited he is in huddle or in the locker room, hugging us, jumping up and down with John. Those are memories I'll definitely cherish for a long time.
Honestly, it was probably when I had my first child. I sent him a text, you know, Ava was born. He called me, I still have the voicemail, he left me a voicemail saying how proud he was of me. That was the time I'll never forget that.
Bill Hurd. Impact is a big one. Lots of kids, lots of people. I mean, look around. His impact it's a lot more than we probably know. Memory, we've had a lot of good ones. Some of them probably aren't best for this piece. First state championship's a pretty good one. Pretty good night. There's been a lot of good nights through this place, so I don't know if I can say there's one, but we've been pretty fortunate. I love him. He's a brother. Made me better. My family. Okay. Yeah.